Debit or credit? Depending on how you answer that question, may directly affect the future of your personal finances.
Credit is money that is lent to you and you pay interest, it costs you. And debit is money that you have in the bank and you're using your money. It's sort of like writing a check.
When to use your credit card or your debit card may all depend on how you use it. Here are some helpful advantages of using a credit card.
If you want to do shopping online, be very careful. Be very careful, know the place or the site that you're doing business with, and hopefully it'll be a reputable business. But it is preferably advised to use your credit card. You have more protections than with your debit card.
By using credit cards, you also benefit from reward programs and avoiding overdraft fees on your checking account, which could skyrocket the simple cost of a hamburger.
You might buy a hamburger would cost you $5. By the time you pay all these overdraft fees, that hamburger could cost you $50 or even more.
Now, the advantage of using a debit card is that it offers the same convenience of a credit card, but without the temptation to spend more.
I mean, credit is very beneficial, but if you don't use it with care, it can it can become a tremendous detriment to your financial life. It really can. So if you know that you cannot manage credit, yes, it would be safer just to manage yourself with a debit card.
Debit cards are also a great way to use cash without the hassle and liabilities of carrying cash.
It's subjected to the amount of money that you have in the account. It's not credit. They're not lending you money. You are using your own money.
One of the drawbacks of using your debit card is when a problem arises from one of your purchases. If there's a dispute over a charge and you used your credit card company will help you with the dispute.
Now, with a debit card, it's usually a matter of you doing it with your with the company that you did business, because I don't believe the bank will intercede for you in a transaction of that sort.
Another drawback with debit cards is that you must protect your PIN code at all times.
They could empty your bank account, and the bank would not be legally responsible for that, to cover that money. Sometimes if you've had a long relationship with the bank, they may be able to help you, but not all the time.
The drawbacks with credit cards are the high interest rates they charge if you don't pay for your transactions or for cash advances in the first billing cycle.
The cash advances are there for a purpose. I mean, if you are in a very tight bind, they do come in handy, but just know that they're very costly. They're very costly, and also make sure that you pay that money back as soon as you can so that you wouldn't be incurring a lot of interest charges.
When using a credit card or a debit card, you must also carry the responsibility of protecting it from fraudulent use.
If your credit card should be lost or stolen, and you notify the credit card issuing company right away, you are only responsible for the first $50 that are fraudulently charged. So I would say, if I had the choice of which credit card to guard more zealously, it would be my debit card.
If you suspect that someone is using your credit card or debit card information, call your credit card company and bank immediately and alert them of any suspicious transactions.
There is a website where you can go and get a free copy of your credit report once a year. So because that way you can monitor who's been accessing your account. Now, there's sometimes also credit card companies, if your card starts being used in a manner that is not customary for you, they may notify you and say, yeah, are you charging these things? And right away you'll know if you have or not.
And if your credit card or your debit card has been stolen or lost,
you should file a police report immediately. If your bank or the credit card issuer has not notified you, you should notify them immediately. Preferably put it in writing and file, like I say, a police report, and ask that those accounts are closed immediately.